Hello everyone, it's Jess. I have a beginner-friendly hip opener class for you guys today. So let's go ahead and get started. You can go ahead and grab your yogi blocks and a strap. And we'll start off today on our backs in Supta Baddha Konasana. So you can have your feet, soles of the feet to touch. Allow them to open up like a book. You can place one hand on your belly, one hand on your heart. Take a big breath in through the nose. Exhale, let it go. Another breath in through the nose. Exhale, release. For today's mini flow, you can go ahead and set your intention, whatever it is. And hang on to that intention as we flow through the rest of class today. And yogis, can we also do our best to lead from a place of kindness and non-judgment? Resist the urge to label anything as good or bad or tight or flexible or whatever it is. And just take things for as they are and observe. Another breath in through your nose. Exhale, release. Another breath in. Exhale, you can straighten out both of your legs. You'll take your right leg up towards the sky. Grab the sole of the foot, or if that's not going to happen, you can grab the ankle. Same difference, doesn't make you any more or any less. And gently guide your knee down to the ground and our reclined lizard pose. You can feel your hips as they start to open up. Another breath in through the nose. Exhale, soften. One more breath in. And on the exhale, you'll release that leg, have it meet the second. Take your left leg up to the sky. Again, you can grab the sole of the foot or the ankle. Gently guiding that knee down to the ground, allowing the hip to open up. You can bring your awareness to the hips and feel any sensation that you feel there. Might feel a little bit of discomfort, but that's okay. Discomfort doesn't automatically mean bad or anything negative. It just means that your body is experiencing something different. It's not quite used to it. So you can just observe how that feels and notice it and let it be. On your next exhale, you can slowly release the sole of the foot down to the ground. You can squeeze both of your knees into your chest and just rock them out here, side to side, massage the lower back. When you're ready, you can grab behind your thighs and just rock and roll all the way up until you come into an easy seat. Actually, we're coming to a tabletop, so you'll flick your legs around. Have your knees right underneath your hips and your wrists right underneath your shoulders. From here, we'll just take some nice big hip circles. Take the hips around in a circle. Nice and easy. You can exaggerate the movement, make it big circles, make it little circles. Whatever your body needs today, whatever feels nice and yummy. You can switch directions. You can feel free to close down your eyes and just see how it feels as you move around. Nicely done. Okay, you can come back to neutral. You'll take your left leg out to the side, have it as high as your hips, and then take it around in a circle. Nice and easy. Nice, big, juicy hip circles on this side. Resist the urge to lean too much into your right side. Try to keep your weight evenly distributed between both of your hands. And we'll switch directions. Nicely done. Remember to keep your breath flowing in and out of your nose. Resist the urge to hold your breath. Beautiful. Okay, we'll place that leg down to the ground. We'll take the right leg out to the side, have it up nice and high, in line with the hips, and then take it around nice and easy. Hip stretches can be a little bit uncomfortable for most folks because our modern day life requires us to do so much sitting, whether it's at school or at work. Go ahead and switch directions. So when our hip flexors are in that shortened position all day long, and then you come onto your mat and you challenge your body in a different way by moving it in a way it's not accustomed to, there can be a little bit of discomfort. But like with all things, with consistency and time, it'll get easier. Okay, you can drop that leg back down into your tabletop. You'll step your right foot in between your hands. Sink the hips nice and low into your low crescent lunge. Good. On your exhale, you'll walk your hands back and end up in your half split. You can use your blocks here if that's too intense. You can remember there's 3 levels to your blocks: high, medium, low. So pick whatever works best for you. Bend from your hips, fold forward. You'll wiggle out our hips here side to side. We have over 20 different muscles that cross over our hips, so I like to move around in my hip stretches just so I can access all those different muscles. Beautiful. Okay, you can come to stillness here. You can walk your blocks forward. And on your inhale, you'll bend your front knee, sink the hips nice and low. Nice, juicy stretch here. If you're feeling a little bit spicy, a little feisty, maybe send the hands up towards the sky. Breath in through the nose. Exhale, let it go. Another breath in. Exhale, you can have the hands back down on the blocks. Left hand stays down, right arm reaches up and over for a nice side bend. Feel free to add a little bit of a back bend here to get a little deeper in the hip flexor. Breathe in and breathe out. We'll switch the hands. Right hand comes down, left arm comes up and over. Low crescent with a side bend. Breathe in. Back bend maybe. Breathe out. Another breath in. Exhale, have the hand come back down on top of the block. Shift the hips back. Walk the blocks back. Half split. You can sway out your hips again side to side. Go ahead, find a little bit of stillness here. Exhale, fold forward, forward fold, or half split. Again, you can sway out the hips. Play with the different levels of your block. See what feels good. Low, medium, and high. Okay, you can walk it up out of your half split. Walk the blocks forward a little bit. Take that front foot back into your tabletop. You'll step your left foot in between the blocks, or your hands sink the hips nice and low. Nice, juicy stretch. You can see how this side feels in comparison to the other. It's not good. It's not bad. It's just your left and your right. Some sides are more open than others. No big deal. Feeling feisty maybe. Send the hips or the hands up towards the sky. Low crescent lunge. Again, feel free to add a back bend or maybe no. It's your practice, your choice. Whatever your body calls for today. Another breath in. Exhale. Have both the hands frame the front foot. Send the hips back into your half split. Maybe walk the blocks back with you again. Feeling free to switch up the levels here. You can wiggle out those hips side to side, accessing all those muscles that cross over our hips. Remembering to keep the spine nice and long and that belly is in. Beautiful. You can be still here. Walk the blocks forward. Bend the front knee. Sink it down nice and low. Left hand stays down. Right arm reaches up and over for a nice side stretch. Again, you can incorporate a back bend. Breathe in. And exhale, switch. Left hand's on top. Reach up and over, reaching with the top arm to get more of a stretch in your side. Feel free to take a little back bend. On the exhale, left hand comes down, finds the block. You can walk your blocks back. Flick the front toes up, half split. You can wiggle it out side to side. When you're ready, stay still. Lengthen out the spine. Exhale, fold forward, half split with a fold. You can wiggle out your hips again if that feels good. Or you can just stay still. Whatever's calling to you today. Remember to keep that spine nice and long. Beautiful, yogis. Another breath in. And exhale, you can place your hands back down on the blocks. You can take your front foot, slide it all the way back into your tabletop. You can move your blocks over to the side. You can step your right foot on the outside of your right hand. Sink the hips nice and low. From here, you can play with the placement of your foot. Some folks find it easier. Let me just turn around and show you. If their foot is close to their hand, others find it better if it's a little bit farther away. So play around with the placement of your foot and see what works for you. We'll be here in our lizard's pose. You can rock out the hips again, side to side. Lovely. Another breath in. Exhale. We'll heel toe our front foot so that it's parallel with the front of the mat. You'll scoot your back knee up so you're making 90-degree angle with your front and another 90-degree angle with your back foot or back leg. So you're in deer pose. You can take your blocks again and just walk your hands forward. You could rest your forearms down, maybe rest the head as we settle into our deer pose. Take a breath in. Breath out. One more breath in. Exhale, you can pop up out of your deer pose. You'll take your hands and end up facing the wide edge of your mat and your windshield wiper your knees side to side. Beautiful, everyone. You'll come to neutral. You'll take the soles of your feet and have them to touch in your cobbler's pose or your butterfly pose. You can take your hands, grab the ankles, pull your chest through. And on your exhale, fold forward. Again, folding from the hips, not your waist. Your waist is where your belly button is. Your hips are down here. If you'd like, and be mindful and gentle here, you can slowly push your knees down to the ground. Be mindful not to hurt yourself. Listen to your body and not your ego. That way you protect yourself from any injuries. Another breath in. And exhale, you can release the legs. Take your hands behind your knees and squeeze them together. Beautiful. You can spin back towards the front. This time you'll lay your left foot nice and long, so it's parallel with the front. And then left leg comes behind. Hips are nice and square towards the front. And on that exhale, you'll come forward. Deer pose. You can rest your forehead, maybe, or rest the chin. Whatever feels nice. We'll take a few breaths in our deer pose. Try not to hold your breath. There tends to be a habit for most people that when poses get kind of difficult, you hold your breath, but your muscles really need the oxygen. So make sure you let that breath flow freely and hold the pose, not your breath. On your next exhale, you'll come up out of your deer pose. You'll flick both of your feet together and then step back into your tabletop. Take your left hand or your left foot, step it on the outside of your left hand. Been here before. This is your lizard's pose. Again, you can play with that foot placement, maybe wiggle it so it's a little farther, closer, or somewhere in between, just right. Goldilocks, right? You can sway our hips out here, side to side. Nice, yummy stretch. Might feel little emotions bubble up. Some people have that happen in hip stretches because you store different emotions or stress in different places of the body. For some people, that's the hips. For me, it's my neck and my shoulders. Everything gets tight when I get stressed. And anytime I try to open up my chest or my shoulders, it causes a bit of discomfort and kind of almost like a panicky feeling for me. So if you're feeling any of that bubble up, no need to be alarmed. It just might mean that you hold a lot of tension in your hips. Okay, you can be still here. You can slide that leg all the way back, nice and easy, into your tabletop. You can flick your feet back towards the front. You can scoot your bum back to the middle. Have both the knees bent. Hands come out in front and slowly roll all the way back. You can squeeze your right knee into your chest. Give it a big squeeze. Straighten out the left leg and then have it drop out to the side for the right leg. Another breath in. Exhale, soften. Breathe in. Breathe out. On your inhale, you'll send the leg back towards the center and then have it meet the left. Squeeze your left leg into your chest or left knee. Give it a big squeeze. Straighten out the leg. Grab wherever you can reach. And then have the leg fall out to the side. Doesn't have to go so low. Doesn't have to touch the ground. Just as long as you're feeling a stretch, that's all that matters. Breathe in. And out. Another breath in. Exhale. Let it go. Breathe in. And out. You can have your leg come back to the center and then drop it down to meet your right. You can squeeze both your knees into your chest. Give yourself a big credit for showing up today and doing the best that you can, forehead to knees. Release the legs as wide as the mat. Hands come out to the side for our last pose, Shavasana. You can place one hand on your heart, one hand on your belly. You can breathe in. Expand the belly with air. Exhale, belly softens. Breathe in, belly rises. Breathe out, belly falls. One more breath in. Exhale, belly falls. You can bring your awareness one last time to your intention for today's class. Allow any places of tension to just soften and relax. You've done all you can do. Let it go and let it be. Bring your focus and your awareness to your hips. Feel any sensations that might be happening. You can see if you can notice any external noise, and have it fade away into the background. Maybe there's some internal chatter going on, some inner dialogue. Just simply notice any thoughts as they arise and then send them on their way. Can relax your face, relax your jaw. Allow the shoulder blades to soften and melt into the mat. You can slowly start to wake ourselves up out of our Shavasana. So you can wiggle the fingers and the toes. Shake your head from side to side. Reach your arms up and over your head like a morning stretch. Stretch end to end. Maybe have the feet touch or the ankles cross. You can curl both of your knees into your chest and rock side to side. When you're ready, you can roll to your right or your left and come into your fetal pose. We'll be here for just a few breaths. Wherever your mind wants to go, you can let it go. You can keep your eyes closed if you'd like. When you're ready, you can push yourself up, no rush, into an easy seat. Once you're there, you can roll your shoulders back and down, sit up nice and tall through the crown of your head. You can place your hands at heart center and bow your head down. I thank you so much for sharing your energy with me today. The light in me sees and honors the light in you. Namaste. Thank you. How do you feel? See you next time.